What is happening, everybody? Joseph coming your way. This is Final Fantasy IX Weapon Man Run. Right, so I forgot to do a couple things in Trino before heading over to before finishing up our business in Trino, so I'm going to take care of that now. The what's it called? Garuda, I think? In the weapon shop. I haven't beaten it and want to do that. So I want to do that, and then I'll go back to my previous save where I left off. Also, here is the ATE, the time event that I was talking about, crime and punishment. Apparently that gets activated before leaving or whatever. You have to do that. So yeah. So let's see what happens here. So Senna's been binge eating these delicacies of the South Gate. And oh yeah, uh-oh. Baku has caught Senna red-handed. And yeah, Senna's and Baku's gonna beat up Senna for hanging around the South Gate when he should be in Lindblom. Yeah, so it's a pretty funny thing there you can get. It's quite hilarious. And yeah, it's an optional active time event that I wanted to share. So I messed with the size of the screen that I'm recording to. Tried to make it a little bit wider, but not super wide. So yeah, so we'll figure that out how that looks after I upload. And yeah, now I'm definitely strong enough to beat the Griffin. Griffin is what it was, not Garuda. Yeah. I don't know why I'd want to send Marcus in, but yeah, so send Steiner. Should be able to take out this Griffin really easily. So let's see what we got. For some reason, it displayed my desktop background too, a little bit of it. I don't know if you can see that. So I hit it with Era, that's fine. I'll hit it with Dark Side as well. Do like using it. Yeah. So what killed us in one shot earlier, now it's gonna take 3, and got this in the back, pretty much. Regular arrow, that's not gonna do much at all. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're good. Very, very easy. And the prize you get for it is pretty negligible, so I'm not even gonna, like, carry it out to the next save or whatever. You get a Tonberry card, which is, I suppose, pretty good for the card game. Yeah, but it's not really. It's more of a rare card than an effective one, so I'm not even gonna worry about that. Right, let me go ahead and reset. And I'll go back to where I last left off, which is right in front of right in front of the trunk of Cleyra. Cleyra, whatever you want to call it. I just walked over there off screen while testing out this new approach to my videos here. So yeah. And yeah, normally you can't walk up the trunk of this tree of Cleyra to get to the settlement, but because the Tempest is slowed down, we're able to now. So yeah, we're able to walk through that Tempest that guards this giant tree of Cleyra here. So that means something's up. It means we need to save the people going to Cleyra, who live in Cleyra, rather. And a thing about this area is that everything you get here is lost forever. So if you don't get it now, the items in this area, then you will not be able to get them ever again. So get as much stuff as you can. You're going to need to take one whole trip, whatever. It's fine though. I mean, the enemies you can just run away from with Zidane's flee ability, which I'll be doing. Some of the chests are hidden, like that one, right there, that ice staff. Yeah. That one too, these mage shoes. These magician shoes. There. Yeah, there's a good amount of items here. And in the settlement of Cleyra as well. So, yeah. It's a good idea to explore as much as you can. Use Zidane's flee ability to run from the enemies if you need to. And so on and so forth. There are a few enemies here that you can eat that give you good blue magic. You can fight zoos, which teach White Wind, which is a pretty good multi-targeting heal spell that Quina can use. There are carrion worms. You can eat those and you can learn auto life, which is really, really good for the optional super bosses of this game. And that's about it. So if you want to get blue magic, you should check those enemies out. And yeah, Monev is here too. So if you and Monev is also lost forever as a Moogle. So if you have a letter for him, it's gonna stay in your inventory if you don't give it to him now. So yeah, that always used to mess with me because I wasn't able to find Monev for a while. But yeah, and you get a coupon nut for that. So, which you can easily return to get some loots for it, but I'm not gonna do that. I mean, the coupon nut thing is pretty cool. It's pretty silly, but it's not really insane. You get random items for it. If you got really good gear from it, I would definitely do that. But I would definitely return the coupon nuts that I got from all these Moogles from delivering these letters. But since you just get random items, it's really not a good use of my time at all. Doing all that backtracking just to get a random item is really silly and pointless to me. So yeah. And like I said, really good items you can get here. You get good accessories. Decent items. The encounter rate isn't nearly as ridiculous as it was in the PlayStation version. The PlayStation version has a ridiculous encounter rate here. You'll fight lots of enemies. But in this version, I guess, not so much. So. And those levers I'm pulling to trigger certain sand directions, if those can't be undone, so there's a real hidden chest there. So, you know, it's like once you hit that switch, you better commit to where you're going. Fortunately, it just locks you out of a couple chests, so it's whatever. It doesn't really matter. You get a nice elixir there. One thing about Final Fantasy IX, it doesn't have X potions. It just has elixirs. So you really want to save elixirs, in my opinion, for the end of the game. You gotta mash A to get out of these sand pits. Oh, and here's the enemy. Yeah. Probably a zoo. Zoos are pretty common out here in this area. Let's see what this is. Oh, carry-on worms. Yeah, so you eat those, you get, wow, I was able to run away really easily. Cool. And since I have Fleagle, I get some money for it. There we go. That took a while. There we go. Much better. Now I can just run into this one. There you go. Yeah. Navigating through those sand pits are pretty annoying. Never know where you're gonna pop out. So. And there's the final chest. And we are done with the trunk of Cleyra. And now we're heading into the settlement. Shortly. A couple more screens. And I made this look a lot easier than it originally was in the PS1 version. PS1 version you get a lot more encounters. Yeah, so apparently they have been expecting Freya to be here. And the King of Rumisha has survived and has taken refuge in this area. And if you allow this person to be a guide, you kind of get a little bit of a sightseeing tour around the settlement, which could be good if you're just starting out, but I already know where to go. So, because there's a lot of like directions you can go, places you can go here. So, fortunately, there are no Stelazio coins here or anything like that. Just a lot of good items and good money that you can get. There's a lot of stuff just laying on the ground here, and as you can see, it's in some pretty unorthodox areas, some unorthodox places. So you really gotta be creative and just poke through every corner and get everything you can get, because, like I mentioned earlier, everything you get here is not forever. All the items you can get off the floor here, they're all gone as the plot progresses. So, yeah. It's a little bit of a spoiler, but whatever. I figure spoiler worth mentioning. And look at all these wonderful things I'm getting off the ground. Really, really good. Also, Stiltskin will be here too, so you can miss out on Stiltskin as well here. So, and that is very missable, very missable. Yeah, Dan the soldier, he will sell you some upgrades. I want to get some upgrades, absolutely. I want 2 of these molten rackets. I'm good on these. I don't need a needle fork. I get a couple of mithril armlets or not. 1 pair of thunderglows. We do find a pair on the ground in this area. There we go. And two suits of mithril armor, which I'm going to be using to make way better gear later on in the game, but also as a proper upgrade for Freya and Steiner. whenever we get back in control of Steiner, which will be pretty shortly. Oh, right, yeah. I know there's some more stuff on the ground. There you go. And I think there's another item somewhere here. I think it's... Oh yeah, there was the thunder gloves I was talking about. I forget where they are though. I think right here. There you go, yeah. Just leave a pair of thunder gloves on the ground, right. These active time events have to do with how VV and how Queen are interacting with the Burmesians and Cleyrans here. Because Black Mages just attacked Burmesia, a lot of the Burmesians aren't really being nice to VV because they think that he attacked their castle. So yeah, that's what and then the no yummy yummies ATE is just about Queen saying that there's nothing really good that he can cook with. Here he can't find any good ingredients to make the stuff that he wants to make, whether it's frogs or fish or whatever. Yeah, so nothing too important active time event wise. We get yellow scarf there. That's really good. Nice accessory. Let's see. I know there's some other stuff. That's a problem with finding stuff on the ground in this game. You really have to look. And I guess we're good. Apparently, Freya wants us to wait at the inn for her to finish up her business at the palace or shrine, that is, temple. So let's go back to the inn, but apparently an antlion is attacking a child, and of course we gotta save everyone from this antlion. Let me go ahead and save here because this fight might be difficult, and one of the reasons why I said my description of my last video of this was that I kind of really wanted my players to be at an average level of at most 22 going into this, because I thought I was going to need to power grind for this when I played ahead off screen. I think we'll be okay though. So yeah, I do want to check some stuff here for Zidane. I won't give him the butterfly sword just for this fight. I need stuff that boosts his strength. Let's see if that work. The bone wrist also increases strength, but I do need bug killer because, well, the outline's a bug type, so I do need to get that on him. Does that work? And yeah, there you go. The yellow scarf is pretty good when it comes to strength. So yeah, the strength stat is also pretty effective when it comes to boosting your attack power naturally. But all I'm saying is that your attack stat is usually way better. Way better. You need bright eyes because the antlion can blind you. Absolutely. Let's see. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, excellent. And I'm actually going to put it on out there. Okay, cool. We should be good. Okay. So let's see how this works. Let's see how this shakes out. it's Prince Puck who the antlion has in captivity, who it grabbed. We haven't seen Puck since Alexandria. Anyways, here we go. So, antlion. Just like in Final Fantasy IV, it will counterattack if you hit it with a physical attack. If you're playing casually, I would focus with Vivi and have Vivi cast Bizarra. Tweak to ice, so there we go. And yeah, it usually opens with this sandstorm, which will reduce your players to single-digit health, and it's quite annoying to deal with. You can steal Gold Helmet from the antlion, which is pretty effective. Really good piece of equipment for this point in the game. And yeah, as you can tell, Sandstorm just blinded everybody except Zidane, who had bright eyes. So yeah, and this is the reason why I really needed high potions, because they're really effective for recovering from Sandstorm. It also it'll infect trouble on your players, and it casts fear. And Queen I don't care about. Queen can just get killed. That's what it is to me. One thing about Freya's jump is that it is 100% accurate, so it's really good. I still have Mithril vest, nice. Gotta get the gold helmet. Nice, if I can. Don't worry about it if I can't. But yes, the antlion can inflict the trouble status, which if someone who is troubled gets hit with a physical attack, the rest of the party will take half damage from what they got hit with. So, from what the troubled player got hit with. So if a troubled player gets dealt 100 damage, everyone else is going to take 50. So, that can be pretty annoying. Not for this fight, really. Sandstorm is really what I care about. That's my biggest concern. Yeah, that's going to make us use high potions, which is quite annoying. Yeah. And if Quina has Limit Glove, you can let Quina get hit with, what's it called, with Sandstorm, and if Quina lands on 1 hit point, like Zidane just did here, you can use Limit Glove and it's pretty much a one-shot KO. So it's pretty cool. Something else that Trance does, it will cure all your any given status ailment that you have that your player has gotten hit with. So that's pretty awesome. A crit for 700 VV. That's pretty impressive. That's very impressive. Gotta love Trances. Trance is really good in this game because it'll just make your players that much stronger. Although, yeah, if you're tranced, you'll still get hit with new status ailments that come your way. So that was a good dodge, excellent dodge from Zidane there. Pretty sure this boss is almost finished, so we should be okay. I think even if you miss the antlion can fire with counter horn, so yeah, need to be careful. Alright, well, doesn't look like I'm gonna lift the gold helmet. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna go for it anymore because I really want to finish this off. Because the longer this battle goes, the more it's going to favor the antlion, because I can't just buy more high potions after the fight's over. So I only have a limited amount of them to work with. And as you can tell, I'm already using quite a few of them, and I really want to save them. These got hit with trouble mucus. That's no good. Really only need Vivi for about 190 to like 200 hit points. Zidane and Freya, however, since they're the heavier hitters, I want them to be nice and healthy. This way they can land quality hits. While Vivi heals. Yeah, that Sandstorm is really, like... Sandstorm is extremely damaging here. Yeah, because now it's going to count the horn. That's not good. That is not what I wanted. Vivi killed him. One thing though I like about this game is that you don't heal like KO'd players with potions. Oh, there we go. Alright. You beat him with just Freya and Vivi. So Zidane's gonna miss out on APs. That's okay. In most other Final Fantasy games, like I was saying, if a player is down and you use a potion on him, on the player, it'll try to heal the player instead of healing a different player. Or the same player, whatever. Or a different living player that is not KO'd. So, yeah, that's a good fight, though. Oh, there's a cathedral there. Oh. Yeah, Puck really likes to travel. He's kind of rambunctious and not as polite as some may want him to be. And here's the king. Yeah. Yeah, so apparently Cleyra and Bermesia were once one kingdom, and they're doing this ceremony that they used to do when they were one kingdom to make the sandstorm surrounding the tree much stronger than it currently is. This way, Alexandria will have a much more difficult time invading. So there we go. Very good. And so yeah, we get to see them do. We get to see dragon rat people do river dance. Cool. I mean, St. Patrick's is about 3-4 months away, but I guess we can celebrate it now. On that note, I'd like to wish everyone, I hope everyone had a nice Christmas, and Hanukkah too, because Hanukkah, I think it's in like the 6th or 7th night of Hanukkah tonight, so if anyone celebrates that, then there you go. And any other holidays that fall in the month of December, whether it's the late month or the early month of December. And of course, hope everyone's looking forward look forward to 2020 beginning. Good stuff. I will probably not be filming things on YouTube after. That's why I wanted to get this nice playthrough all the way finished out before January 1st. And what I'll probably do while this cutscene's playing is, with this playlist, I'll probably, and with some other videos of mine that I think should stay on my channel or whatever, I'll just probably mark them all as unlisted. This way I don't get, this way the FTC can't look through my videos to see if the content's questionable or something. I really just feel like I need to cover my behind when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, and, oh man. So apparently, the harp broke, and that took down the sandstorm. And this is not good. Not good at all. And now Steiner and Marcus are both sharing this cell that hangs ominously in the middle of this room there. So they're gonna try and plan a way to break out of that, probably. Meanwhile, the princess is in her own room, about to be questioned by the queen. So we start learning about Kuja. We start learning about the actual villain of this game, and how he's affecting things in the kingdom of Alexandria. So, and the Spoil, Zorn and Thorn, are two almost like specialized black mages that Kuja kind of found, I guess. So yeah, and they do Kuja's bidding way more than the queen's bidding, as you will certainly find out as this act progresses. Yeah. And of course, the queen's pretty much lying here because the Burmesians really don't. They're not the type to just go ahead and attack Burmesia, but there's enough gray areas in that lie for anyone to believe her, but you can select that you don't believe her. And now we get to see what Kuja and the queen really want from the princess. So apparently the princess is part of a summoner tribe, and she has the innate power to summon, like if you were to go into the subscreens, a summon magic subscreen of Garnet, you'll see that it takes a lot of MP for her to use these summons that she has learned innately. And so Zorn and Thorn are doing a ritual to draw them out of her, which is quite disturbing. And it's almost like, you're getting something taken from you that you know you have, but you can't use it yet. And I do like how it just has the summons be like a ridiculous amount of MP, because you can level and you can gain enough MP to use those summons if you want. So I like that. So I do like how they execute Kuja in this game as a villain. You don't really know too much about him, and when you do figure out some stuff about him, that's when the crap hits the fan, pretty much. Yeah, I wanted to keep on that. That's good. That's fine. Yeah, okay, cool. I just wanted to give her that partisan. Oh, I need to equip Man-Eater if I don't haven't already. I have. Good. Excellent. Yeah, now I can give her Bright Eyes. when I didn't need it, now I can, right? Okay, cool. So this is your last chance in Cleyra to get all the stuff that's lying on the ground here. Also, make sure you go to the inn and see Stiltskin. If you don't, it's lost forever, and you won't be able to get the item from visiting Stiltskin in every opportunity. So definitely do that. Yeah, definitely do that. If you don't, then you'll miss out on a pretty good accessory that he gives you if you have seen him and bought stuff from him every time. But you have to see him and you have to buy stuff from him. Oh, and yeah, I've run the clock on this video a little bit, but I'm only doing one video for today, so let me go ahead and save here, and we will see what happens in Cleyra next time on Final Fantasy IX Weapon Man. It's been Sir Joseph telling you to keep being awesome and happy holidays and other good stuff like that. Take care.